Chapter 81. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hearing Qin Yuan's advice, Lin Yuan nodded heavily. I understand. I will try to find my own way as soon as possible. After getting the answer, Chen Yuang took Li Dongming away. Before leaving, Li Dongming looked at Leah reluctantly. She's so damn beautiful. After becoming a child of nature, Leah exuded an aura that made people want to get close to her. This was the top natural affinity bestowed by the World Tree. All creatures in the Lawful Good camp naturally had a very high liking for Leah. You settle down here first, I'm going to upgrade. The Tree of Life has now transformed into the World Tree. There is no point for Lin Yuan to stay here. Upgrading is what Lin Yuan should do most now. Before leaving, Lin Yuan asked Leah. How do you level up? Can you go into the abyss with me? Leah thought for a moment and replied. I can level up by staying near the World Tree and absorbing natural energy. Then, Leah added. Master, you are level 23 now, and my level is over 30. I can't go into the abyss with you now. I can only wait until you are over 30. After listening, Lin Yuan nodded. If high-level followers can follow the master into the abyss, those big guys would have prepared high-level followers for their children and descendants. The world rules will not have such obvious bugs. Before leaving, Lin Yuan said. Then you can absorb the natural energy here with peace of mind. Doesn't the World Tree give birth to elves regularly? You can also protect them by staying here. By the way, if you feel bored here, I will call some garden fairies to accompany you. Leah said. Master, please be careful. No matter how many times he heard it, every time Leah called him master, Lin Yuan would feel tingling all over. He was even happier. After leaving the Dark Night Forest, Lin Yuan finally remembered to check his attributes. Name, Lin Yuan. Level, LV23.HP, 125000. Mana, 1054900. Spell attack, 58960. Strength, 6450. Effects physical attack, physical defense, agility, 5660. Effects critical hit rate, speed, intelligence, 52960. Effects spell attack, spell defense, physical strength, 10300. Affects health, resistance, skill points, 11300. Evolution points, 0. Free attribute points, 0. Talent, cooldown reduction, sea level. Skills, slightly. Alas, the skill points given for each level up have doubled. Lin Yuan checked his level up records. Upgrade to level 21, increase 2000 skill points. Upgrade to level 22, increase 2000 skill points. Upgrade to level 23, increase 2000 skill points. After the first job, the skill points for each level up became 2000, after the second job, it became 4000. My math has also improved, I can even do multiplication. This plug-in is not so bad. Plug-in, doubling the skill points is a pleasant surprise. What makes Lin Yuan most happy is that his basic attributes have increased by more than double. On the one hand, it is the increase brought by Lin Yuan after the job change, and on the other hand, it is the reward for Lin Yuan's excellent performance in the job change task. You performed well in the job transfer task, all attributes plus 500. Reputation plus 1 point. After the job transfer, since Lin Yuan is not a hidden profession yet, all attributes will increase by 10 points for each level up, and there are 50 free attributes, and of course skill points. Others are not like Lin Yuan, who is a cheater. After the first job transfer, ordinary professionals will get 10 skill points for each level up. It can be seen that before level 20, it is really a novice village as described in the professional form. After the job transfer, it is considered to have truly entered the circle of professionals. Fatty, what are you doing? After returning to Tianfeng City, Lin Yuan contacted Zhang Fan and asked him where he was. Zhang Fan saw that it was Lin Yuan and replied. We are now in the central holy tower, preparing to go to the trading hall to buy 2 skill books. Do you want to come? Lin Yuan heard that he also needed to buy some other skills, otherwise, he would be helpless if he encountered an enemy who was immune to magic. Wait for me, I'll be there soon. Lin Yuan and Zhang Fan met at the door of the trading hall, and then they walked into the trading hall together. as they walked into the trading hall, a palm-sized goblin flew towards them. The goblin spoke in a formulaic language. The first floor sells materials and consumables. The shop over there sells fairy nectar and secret pastries, which are very good. The second floor sells skill books and spellcasting materials. The third and fourth floors sell equipment. You can choose whatever you need. The little fairy focused on introducing the fairy shop. After she finished speaking, she turned around and left. Before she left, she suddenly glanced at Lin Yuan and was startled, then a happy smile appeared on her face. "Master Lin Yuan, why are you here?" That the little fairy flew to Lin Yuan's shoulder and jumped around, very happy. Lin Yuan was very familiar with this little fairy, whose name was Bobo. Seeing Bobo, Lin Yuan asked curiously. "Why are you here? That don't the goblins hate working? Why are they acting as guides here? Could it be that someone forced the goblins to do this while he was away?" Thinking of this possibility, Lin Yuan's expression was not very good. "We asked for this ourselves." Bobo heard Lin Yuan's question and replied. "The queen said that since we have chosen to join humans, we must integrate into human life. Being a guide here can earn 50 gold coins a day." Then, Bobo told Lin Yuan a lot of interesting things that happened in the past few days. Lin Yuan suddenly realized that the fairy queen and had a good business mind. These fairies originally sold nectar and cakes here, but and found one thing, that is, many professionals like beautiful and cute fairies very much, so and had an idea and proposed to the person in charge of the trading hall that the fairies be guides. This proposal was exactly what the person in charge wanted. With these fairies, the sound in the trading hall is much better than usual. Some people even come here just to take a look at the fairies and listen to the fairies talking to themselves. The fairies have been exhausted these days. They shouted that they wanted to go on strike. The person in charge of the trading hall saw it and immediately raised the salary from 20 gold coins to 50 gold coins. This is why Bobo's speech was so fast and so formulaic just now. Hearing that the fairies were voluntary, Lin Yuan's face eased, but he still felt a little distressed. "Are you very tired?" Bobo nodded hurriedly. "Master Lin Yuan, I am really tired," Bobo pouted, looking a little unhappy. "I worked for 30 minutes today, and my next turn will be 20 days later. It's terrible. I will have to work again in 20 days. Lin Yuan, what's going on? You are tired even now. You are indeed a free spirit." Lin Yuan looked at Bobo with a speechless look. Chapter 82. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After saying goodbye to Bobo, Lin Yuan and Zhang Fan came to the second floor. This floor is where skill books are sold. Skill books are divided into multiple areas according to different professions. Lin Yuan first walked around with Zhang Fan and others, trying to find out if there are any general skills that suit them, but after a round, they didn't find any suitable ones. Zhang Fan and his friends did buy a few good skill books. Finally, when Lin Yuan and his friends came to the magician skill area, they unexpectedly met an acquaintance. "Zhong Juanru, you are here too." That the one who spoke was Jiang Long. Jiang Long's current level was 21, and it seemed that he had passed the first transformation trial. Jiang Long didn't even look at Lin Yuan, and walked towards Zhong Juanru. "Are you here to buy skill books too? Have you completed your job transfer task? If not, hurry up and don't fall too far behind me." Jiang Long deliberately showed the job transfer symbol on his chest and said, "Not only did I complete the first job, I also successfully obtained the hidden profession of Flame Walker." Jiang Long's tone was full of pride, like a proud peacock, trying to attract the attention of the opposite sex by spreading its tail, but no one appreciated his coquettish appearance. Seeing that Zhong Juanru was still expressionless after saying so much, Jiang Long was a little unhappy. "Xiaoru, can't you see how good I am? I am no better than Lin Yuan, who can only hide behind a woman. Lin Yuan, just has a good-looking face. What other abilities does he have?" Jiang Long's tone was very excited. He felt sorry for Zhong Juanru. Lin Yuan's rubbish talent was known to the whole school, and he was doomed to have no future development. Why did he still bring Lin Yuan with him? Jiang Long always believed that Lin Yuan was able to stay in their team because of Zhong Juanru. After Jiang Long finished speaking, Lin Yuan was unhappy. "You are mentally ill. Where does your sense of superiority come from, idiot? How come you are still mentally ill after becoming a hidden profession? Get out of here now, don't get in my way. Zhong Juanru and Zhang Fan looked at Jiang Long as if he were a fool when they heard what he said. Damn, idiot. Who gave you the courage to talk nonsense here? Does the great master Lin Yuan still need us to lead him? The four of us are just pendants on the great master's legs. According to what you said, we are not even worthy of being a burden. Zhong Juanru was worried that Lin Yuan would be unhappy, so she said to Jiang Long. I don't know you well, you can't call me Xiaoru. His words were full of rejection. You can't judge the strength of Master Lin Yuan. Your vision is too narrow. You should read more about the professional forums. After Zhong Juanru finished speaking, Zhang Fan sneered. $1. After cursing, Zhang Fan dragged Lin Yuan away. Ignore this idiot. Lin Yuan nodded. Jiang Long was really an idiot. He didn't know where his inexplicable sense of superiority came from. When he came to the mage skill area, Lin Yuan found that there were very few skills here, and none suitable for him. The ones displayed here were all popular, such as Fireball, Exploding Fireball, Pyroblast, Ice Cone, Ice Lance, Ice Roar, Wind, Blade, Gale, etc. These spells were not what Lin Yuan needed. To be precise, Lin Yuan mastered the top-end version of these spells. Don't you have any skills above S level? Lin Yuan asked the clerk here. Hearing this question, the clerk was stunned, looked up and down, and replied, yes, there is. Can I ask, how much mana do you have now? Seeing the immature faces of Lin Yuan and the others, the clerk guessed that they should be professionals who have just awakened this year, and have just passed level 20 and completed the first transformation. Conservatively estimated, the mana value is less than 10,000. Even if you learn S skills, what can you do? If you can't release them, they are just decorations. It is better to buy A-level skills. The clerk asked Lin Yuan this question out of kindness. He wanted to use the matter of mana to tactfully tell Lin Yuan not to be too ambitious. Jiang Long at the door heard it and suddenly became excited. Just now, I kindly reminded Zhong Juanru, but she not only didn't appreciate it, but also scolded me. What a waste of my hard work. Women who fall in love are so sad. Jiang Long heard Lin Yuan asking about S-level skills and guessed that Lin Yuan was sensational. As a mage, Jiang Long naturally knew that releasing an S-level skill required at least tens of thousands of mana points. After changing his job to a flame walker and wearing a full set of silver equipment, his mana points were only 12,000 points. Could Lin Yuan's mana points be higher than mine? I don't believe it. I guess asking the clerk if there are S-level skills is just a pretense. Wait until the clerk takes out the S-level skill book, then he will say that he doesn't have enough mana points and won't buy it. Humph. Vain clown. Jiang Long was very disdainful in his heart, but he didn't expose it, because Jiang Long suddenly realized a truth. How could the dragons in the rivers have the same knowledge as the grass carp in the pond? Isn't that a loss of face? Although Jiang Long thought so in his heart, his footsteps still unconsciously moved towards Lin Yuan. He wanted to hear how Lin Yuan answered the clerk's question. My mana is about 1 million. Lin Yuan glanced at his attribute column and said truthfully. As soon as he said this, the clerk opened his mouth wide enough to swallow a goose egg. What? More than 1 million mana points are really too exaggerated, but Zhang Fan, Zhong Juanru and others think it is natural. When they were playing the Abyss with Lin Yuan, they saw how Lin Yuan released his skills. To describe it in one word, it is a spell machine gun. Using skills is the same as not having mana, so, when they heard Lin Yuan say that his mana value reached 1 million, these people were not surprised at all, but suddenly there was a puff of laughter from the side. Ha ha ha, 1 million mana, you are so brave to say that. Jiang Long didn't want to say anything, but he heard something. Lin Yuan said that his mana value is 1 million. Ha 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 ha, it's ridiculous. Even a level 63rd turn mage may not have 1 million mana points. You are so bold to say that. Jiang Long was sarcastically on the side, obviously not believing what Lin Yuan said. Lin Yuan didn't want to argue with a moron, so he didn't even look at Jiang Long. In fact, the clerk didn't quite believe that Lin Yuan had 1 million mana points, but his good professionalism made him still smile. Every S-level skill book is a very precious resource, and you need to spend extra reputation points to buy it. The clerk thought Lin Yuan was talking nonsense, so he told him the conditions for buying an S-level skill book. After listening to him, Lin Yuan thought it should be so. How could an S-level skill book be purchased by just anyone? Showing his reputation points, Lin Yuan said. Reputation, right? I have it. The clerk thought Lin Yuan would give up, but Lin Yuan said he had reputation. He walked closer and saw that Lin Yuan had 3 points. This shocked the clerk. You know, ordinary people would show off to others if they had 1 point of reputation, but Lin Yuan was so low-key with 3 points. The clerk thought Lin Yuan must be the kind of person who pretends to be a pig but eats the tiger. His tone unconsciously became much more respectful. Please wait a moment, I will bring you the S-level skill book. When the clerk left, Jiang Long had a jealous look on his face, which meant that Lin Yuan must have reputation points. He couldn't figure out one thing: he had never obtained reputation points. Why did a waste like Lin Yuan have it? Chapter 83. You are listening at novelfull.audio. While Lin Yuan was waiting, he suddenly found a spell in the corner that he had never learned: Earth Spikes, Sea Level, LV1. Casting time, instantaneous, cost, 150 mana, description, summons an Earth Spike, causing 300 points of Earth damage. He didn't have any Earth spells, so after seeing the skill introduction, Lin Yuan reached out and picked it up. Jiang Long saw this action, and thought to himself, yes, Lin Yuan is a peasant, and he doesn't have the financial resources to buy an S-level skill. It seems that he wants to buy a C-level skill. The series of actions just now were just for show. Ridiculous vanity. It must be said that Jiang Long's brain circuit is really unique. In such a short time, he has imagined so many scenes. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Here are all the S-level skill books in the store. Please have a look. What the clerk took out was not a real skill book, but a few skill descriptions. This was just to be on the safe side. If the real skill book was taken out, it would be directly learned by those who couldn't afford it. The family would cry to death. Therefore, the transaction of skill books is usually a one-handed payment and one-handed delivery. This way, it is not easy to cause disputes. Holding the list in hand, Lin Yuan picked and chose, and finally selected 2 skill books. Cold Storm. S-level, LV1. Casting time, instantaneous, cost, 18,000 mana, description, summons a cold storm, causing 10 points of frost damage to enemies within a 50-meter range, and reducing the movement speed of targets within the range by 20%. Mirror image, S-level, LV1. Casting time, instantaneous, cost, 5,000 mana, description, summon a mirror image next to you. Cast spells and attack your enemies. Lasts for 10 seconds. Mirror image can only use one skill. After the skill of Arctic Storm is maxed out, it can be merged with Arctic Shock. In this way, you can have another SS level skill. The mirror image skill is also very good. If used well, it may have a miraculous effect. I want Arctic Storm and mirror image. When the clerk heard that Lin Yuan had chosen 2 skills, a happy smile appeared on his face. Please wait a moment. While the clerk was taking the skill book, Jiang Long showed an expression of disbelief on his face. What's going on? Shouldn't the plot be that Lin Yuan sighed and said that there was no skill book he wanted after reading it? Why did he really choose 2 skills? Did Lin Yuan really want to buy S-level skills? Jiang Long was holding 2 A-level skill books in his hand at this moment. The profession of Flame Walker requires high burst skills, so Jiang Long picked a book of Pyroblast and Magma Eruption. The reason why he didn't leave after picking the skill books was that he wanted to see Lin Yuan's joke. But it seemed that he couldn't see this joke, because the clerk had already handed the skill book to Lin Yuan. The 2 S-level skill books cost a total of 20,000 gold coins and 2 reputation points. And this one. After buying 2 S-level skill books, Lin Yuan remembered that he had forgotten to mention a C-level skill book. The clerk saw the C-level skill book in Lin Yuan's hand, and quickly took out the skill book and put it in Lin Yuan's hand, smiling. This C-level skill book is for you. Welcome to visit us next time. You have 2 reputation points at such a young age. You will definitely not be mediocre in the future. Use the C-level skill book to exchange for Lin Yuan's favor. This is a sure win business. Sure enough, Lin Yuan raised his eyebrows and smiled after hearing the clerk's words. Money is not important. I am not short of money. The service attitude is really good. There is room for development. With 3 skill books in hand, Lin Yuan swaggered away. When passing by Jiang Long, Lin Yuan didn't even look at him. It was ridiculous that a frog in the well thought he had seen the whole world. Jiang Long walked up to the clerk in disbelief. Did he really buy an S-level skill book? The clerk nodded. Not bad. This made Jiang Long feel very uncomfortable, and he suddenly felt that the 2 A-level skill books in his hands were no longer useful. Check out. Jiang Long pointed to the 2 skill books in his hand and asked the clerk to take the goods. When the clerk was taking the goods, he suddenly remembered that Jiang Long seemed to have talked to Lin Yuan just now. Could it be that they knew each other? Thinking of this, the clerk asked, "Do you know that person just now?" Jiang Long was absent-minded at this time and replied directly, "No." The clerk said, "Oh, sincere discount 2,000 gold coins." When Jiang Long took out the money to pay, he heard the clerk muttering to himself. "What a pity. If you knew me, I could give you a 20% discount." Jiang Long, damn, it's so uncomfortable. Lin Yuan and his companions returned to Tianfeng City again and found that there were obviously more professionals in the city. This was somewhat due to Lin Yuan, because Qin Yuan's bounty in the Mage Association had just fermented. Many professionals were looking for the figures of the Scourge cultists everywhere. For a time, everyone in the Scourge cult was in danger. They were afraid of being caught by the wolves and tigers of professionals and exchanged for points. The group of Scourge cultists that Lin Yuan found in the first transfer mission were taken away by the law enforcement team as soon as they were teleported out. After that, the law enforcement team followed the clues and destroyed 3 Scourge cult dens. One of the apostle-level Scourge cult leaders was killed. Many professionals knew that Scourge cultists appeared in Neon Country, and they teleported to Neon Country in groups to catch people. Neon Country was so scared that it almost went into a state of preparation for war. In the end, Qin Yuan took action and kicked and scolded those lawless professionals back to Zhongzhou. "Ah Yuan, let's go back and familiarize ourselves with the skills first. See you tomorrow." Everyone had just changed jobs today and bought a lot of skills. It took time to adapt, and Lin Yuan also planned to go back and upgrade the skills he had just bought. After the few people separated, Lin Yuan returned to the rental house. Just as Lin Yuan returned to the rental house, a man in a black robe disappeared into a nearby alley. "Mayor, the people of the natural disaster cult have set their sights on Lin Yuan. We need to prepare in advance." In the Tianfeng City Hall, Secretary Sun was reporting to Zone Bai. There are currently 13 Scourge cultists in Tianfeng City, and the strongest one is a level 48 magic pattern envoy. According to my guess, the reason they didn't take action is that they are waiting for a big shot from the Scourge cult. Do we need to transfer Lin Yuan away? After listening to Secretary Sun's report, Zone Bai fell into deep thought. According to our previous arrangement, the people of the natural disaster sect are not a concern at all. If the other party is an apostle, I can deal with it, but I am afraid that the other party is the leader of the branch or the deputy leader, who are all strong men above the 3rd level, and it will be difficult for me to deal with them. Secretary Sun nodded and made a suggestion. How about we report this matter to Vice President Chen? Given Vice President Chen's personality, the fact that he was able to come in person last time was enough to confirm his importance to Lin Yuan. It would be better to report this matter to Vice President Chen and hear how he would arrange it. Zhong Bo thought it made sense, so he took out the communicator and called Qin Yuan. After reporting to Qin Yuan replied that he knew. The order given was to keep the troops in place. If a person at the level of a branch leader or deputy leader appeared, Qin Yuan would naturally arrange for someone to deal with it. Chapter 84. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Lin Yuan returned home, he took a quick shower and went back to bed. Lin Yuan had already finished learning the 3 skill books. Now Lin Yuan was adding more points. Cold Storm, S level, old max casting time, instantaneous cost, 50,000 mana description, summon a cold storm, causing 50 points of frost damage to enemies within a range of 200 meters, reducing the movement speed of targets within the range by 50%, and has a chance to apply a freezing effect. Mirror image, S level, old max. Casting time, instantaneous consumption, 30,000 mana description, summon 3 mirror images around you, cast spells and attack your enemies. Lasts 30 seconds, mirror health equals intelligence *5, mirror attack equals intelligence *1. Mirror image can use 2 skills. After the Arctic storm is fully upgraded, a system prompt came, it is detected that Arctic storm and Arctic shock can be fused. Whether they can be fused into SS level skills. Needless to say, of course they can be fused. I bought Arctic storm just to fuse them. Absolute 0, SS level, old max, casting time, instantaneous, cost, 150,000 mana, description, releases a cold air rush, which freezes the target, reducing damage by 80 intelligence points per second, lasting for 10 seconds. If used on oneself, an ice barrier with a health of 500 * intelligence health points will be created around, can be removed at any time, with a cooldown of 8 seconds. Lin Yuan was quite satisfied with this skill. It has 2 effects, which can be regarded as both offensive and defensive. After finishing the 2 S-level skills, Lin Yuan maxed out the Earth Spikes, from C level to S level. Spear of the Earth, S level, old max casting time, instantaneous consumption, 20,000 mana description. Condense a Spear of the Earth, each attack causes 5 * intelligence points of physical damage, lasting for 1 minute, and a maximum of 5 Spears of the Earth can exist at the same time. Seeing this skill description, Lin Yuan found it interesting. It is obviously a spell, but it comes with a physical attack. Driven by curiosity, Lin Yuan tried to summon a Spear of the Earth. In an instant, a golden spear about 2 meters long appeared beside him. Lin Yuan could feel a connection between himself and the spear, and he could control the spear with his mind. So, under Lin Yuan's control, the spear began to perform various difficult movements. What vertical lift off, Thomas spin, having a lot of fun. When the 1 minute was up, the spear disappeared. Lin Yuan felt that he was not satisfied. This skill is fun. Lin Yuan, who was not satisfied, got up and went to the yard, summoned 5 spears at once, controlled the spears and arranged them together, and then Lin Yuan walked on them. He pinched his sword finger and shouted in a middle school way, "Get up for me!" That the long spears lined up together instantly flew into the air, allowing Lin Yuan to experience the flying of a sword. After playing for a while, Lin Yuan lay back on the bed with a smile on his face. This skill is a good buy. It doesn't matter whether it does damage or not, the key is that it looks cool. What boy doesn't have a dream of flying with a sword? Although Lin Yuan has the devil's wings to fly, one is to fly with the wings spread, and the other is to fly with a sword. Which one do you choose? 98% of people will choose to fly with a sword. Don't ask. The answer is that it looks cool. After completing a wave of skill enhancements, Lin Yuan took out his mobile phone and planned to check the information of the 20th level abyss. Lin Yuan had no authority to view this information before, and the authority was opened only after completing the job transfer task, entering the professional forum. Lin Yuan clicked on the abyss module and checked it. After reading the information, Lin Yuan learned that, starting from level 20, common abysses are divided into 3 categories. The first type of abyss is relatively simple, called the peaceful abyss, which can be repeatedly refreshed. This type of abyss is very suitable for ordinary professionals, because the skills of the boss and the number of monsters are constant. There is no need to worry about variables. As long as you follow the strategy and play steadily, the probability of passing the level is very high. The most important thing is that there will be no danger to life, because after entering the abyss, everyone will have an extra amulet on their body, and they will not die if killed by monsters, but will be teleported out. And since it is called the peaceful abyss, the professionals in it cannot attack each other. Very safe, of course. This type of abyss gives the least experience value, and the highest level of equipment that can be obtained is gold. Low risk and low return, suitable for all professionals. The second type of abyss is the task abyss, which descends to an unknown plane to do tasks. The openness of this abyss is very free. In addition to the main task, professionals can also trigger various hidden tasks by themselves. Of course, this type of abyss will also encounter dangers, and other countries or other races may appear in it. Professionals, some of them are in the same camp as you, and some are simply in the hostile camp. This type of abyss is deeply loved by the task party. Lin Yuan took a closer look at the last abyss, which is called the killing abyss. It will be opened once a month, with at least 100 people each time. Here, All professionals are your enemies, killing other professionals will gain a lot of experience points, and the final winner will also receive a super reward. The last time the killing abyss was opened was half a month ago, which means it will be opened again in half a month. Lin Yuan estimated his upgrade speed and he can still catch up. These three types of abysses are common, and there is a special abyss that is relatively rare. That is the Rift Abyss. This abyss is random, and the place where it appears is often extremely secret. If it is not conquered in time, the monsters inside will break through the rift blockade and invade the blue star. This is somewhat similar to the Abyss of Hell difficulty, or the Abyss of Hell difficulty is actually the Rift Abyss. It's just solidified by the Holy Tower. Unknowingly, it was almost 12 o'clock, and Lin Yuan put down his mobile phone and prepared to go to bed. The next day, Lin Yuan was woken up by the alarm clock. After washing up, he left home and came to the Holy Pagoda. Lin Yuan and Zhang Fan and others met together. Before Lin Yuan could speak, Zhang Fan and others looked at each other and took the initiative to say, Yuan, thank you for always leading us. Although we really want to continue to team up with you, it is too selfish. We can't hold you back any longer. Without us, you will upgrade faster. Zhang Fan spoke his mind to Lin Yuan. This idea coincided with Lin Yuan's. We are going to practice in the peaceful abyss. Why don't you come? Let us take you flying once. Lin Yuan heard that he also wanted to see what the peaceful abyss was like, so he nodded in agreement. He also wanted to try the feeling of being carried flying. The abyss that Zhang Fan chose was called the Barren Swamp, and the difficulty was only simple and difficult. In order to prove that he had the ability to carry flying, Zhang Fan directly chose the difficult difficulty. Entering the abyss, there was not only one team in front of Lin Yuan, but a total of 4 teams and 20 professionals. The lowest level of the other 3 teams was 25, in contrast, in Lin Yuan's team, except for Lin Yuan, who was level 23, the other 4 were just level 21. Damn, what bad luck, I met a rookie who knows nothing. A shield warrior from a small team saw the level of Lin Yuan and his companions, with a look of disdain on his face. You are newbies who just changed your job, right? Didn't anyone tell you that you need to be at least level 25 to enter the Barren Swamp on a difficult level? The other 2 teams also sighed when they heard what the shield warrior said. Alas, I have to wait another 12 hours after I get out. Although the simple difficulty abyss can be refreshed infinitely, if you are killed in the abyss, it will take 12 hours to enter again. This is why the professionals in other teams sighed. They naturally thought that with Lin Yuan and others around, this time the abyss would most likely fail. Chapter 85. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The monsters in the Barren Swamp are inherently thick-skinned and tough, and the difficult level monsters have higher defense and more health points. This is a great test of the output ability of professionals. The configurations of other teams are similar to Lin Yuan's team, with 1 shield warrior, 3 output and 1 healer. The lowest level of monsters in the difficult level Barren Swamp is level 25. The higher the level, once the level of the monster exceeds that of the professionals by a lot, the skills and damage of the professionals will be weakened a lot. It is difficult for 4 full-strength teams to pass, let alone with novices like Lin Yuan. Of course, the above are all for ordinary professionals. Lin Yuan is a pervert and is not included in this list. The people in his team are not ordinary professionals, so naturally there is no need to worry. Lin Yuan ignored what the other team said. These people were dispensable in Lin Yuan's eyes. If you want to pass the abyss, you just need to have hands. But Lin Yuan's silence made others even more aggressive. The shield warrior who spoke first walked towards Lin Yuan. This person was called Li Yong. His level was 27, the highest level among all people. Li Yong looked at Lin Yuan, who seemed fine, with anger flashing across his face. This was because he had specially bought some potions to increase health and all attributes in order to clear the abyss today. These potions cost Li Yong 50 gold coins. Li Yong had fought the difficult Barren Swamp twice before, and both times he got stuck at the final boss. Today, Li Yong invested a lot of money in the hope of defeating the final boss, but ended up meeting Lin Yuan and his group of rookies who had just reached the first level. The reason why Li Yong wanted to clear the abyss so much was because the final boss dropped a gold level one-handed hammer, which was a small top-grade item for shield warriors. Li Yong only had 3 gold level equipment, and the rest were silver. including the weapon and shield in his hand. Gold-level shields are too difficult to explode, so Li Yong urgently needs a gold-level weapon. This will make his hatred more stable. When Li Yong walked towards Lin Yuan, a shield warrior from another team stood up and said, "I know that you young people are ambitious and want to challenge high difficulties, but you were still too reckless today. Take this as a lesson. When you go out, you must study the strategy carefully and don't aim too high." The shield warrior who spoke was called Wang Ping, and he was a bit cowardly. Why did Wang Ping say these words to Lin Yuan and the others? Because Wang Ping had done such a thing before, but Wang Ping was unlucky at that time and met a narrow-minded professional. Those people posted on the professional forum after leaving the abyss, deliberately discrediting Wang Ping and putting all the responsibility for the team's destruction on Wang Ping. As a direct result, no one wanted to team up with Wang Ping for a long time. If he hadn't met his current teammates, Wang Ping would not have been able to enter the abyss again. It has been almost a month since Wang Ping reached level 25, but he has never dared to challenge the difficult barren swamp because this abyss has left a shadow in Wang Ping's heart. Today, under the persuasion of his teammates, he finally mustered up the courage to come in. Then he met Lin Yuan and the others. Wang Ping smiled bitterly in his heart. It seems that he is really not suitable for entering the difficult level abyss. It is better to brush the simple difficulty in the future. Wang Ping's earnest words were heard by Li Yong, who sneered. "What's wrong, Wang Ping? Are you thinking about your past self? Do you also think that your past self was stupid?" Then Li Yong pushed Wang Ping away, stood in front of Lin Yuan and said loudly, "Boy, who told you to choose the difficulty at random?" Li Yong's hair was already very long, and now he was sulking. The whole person looked like a donkey. So stupid. Lin Yuan didn't want to pay attention to this idiot, but he kept moving forward. Lin Yuan was a little angry. "The abyss is yours, I can go in if I want, it's none of your business." When Li Yong heard that he dared to talk back, he became even angrier. "If it wasn't for the fact that I couldn't do it here, I would definitely teach you a lesson, so that you know you can't just say things carelessly." In response, Lin Yuan rolled his eyes. "You should be thankful that you can't do anything here, otherwise you would have become a scum." Zhang Fan saw Lin Yuan quarreling with others, rolled up his sleeves and came to the side. "What's the matter? You have a donkey face, what's the big deal? Who are you yelling at?" Li Yong usually hates people saying that his face is long. Zhang Fan directly said that he has a donkey face, and Li Yong's face immediately turned purple with anger. The donkey's face changed color. "It really opened my eyes." Zhang Fan continued to speak. Lin Yuan saw Li Yong's expression and couldn't help laughing. This almost made Li Yong faint. He stretched out his finger and said tremblingly, "You guys just wait, when this abyss is over I will post on the professional forum to talk about this matter properly." Lin Yuan showed an indifferent expression on his face after hearing this, but Wang Ping was anxious. He had been cyberbullied before and knew how serious it was. He naturally didn't want Lin Yuan to be hurt in this way. From this point of view, Wang Ping was cowardly and timid, but he was kind-hearted. If it were an ordinary person, he would definitely not care about this matter. Wang Ping reached out and grabbed Li Yong. "We can discuss it. They just passed the job transfer task and don't know anything. You are going too far." Li Yong shook off Wang Ping's hand and pointed at his face and said, "I went too far. Didn't you hear what they said? They are disrespectful and should be taught a lesson so that they can understand the dangers of society." Wang Ping said pleadingly, "Tell me what it will take to make me stop." Li Yong rolled his eyes after hearing Wang Ping's words and replied, "It's easy to calm me down. Just compensate me for my losses. I'll do the math for you. I spent 50 gold coins on potions today because they didn't have any. After clearing the abyss, we have to compensate for our mental loss. 20 gold coins per person is not too much, right? I won't bully you. Give me 150 gold coins and we'll settle this matter." 150 gold coins, you really dare to say that? Wang Ping smiled bitterly and fell silent. Wang Ping had 150 gold coins, which was most of his wealth, but he couldn't empty his family's wealth for a stranger he just met. Seeing Wang Ping's silence, Li Yong snorted disdainfully. I don't know what he was thinking, and said to Lin Yuan, "I'm giving you one last chance. Take out 150 gold coins and compensate us for our losses. Otherwise, we won't be done. Think about it, I don't really want much. Hearing this, Lin Yuan laughed out of anger. 150 gold coins, give it to me. You said I caused you losses, then who will compensate us for our losses? Li Yuan was stunned when he heard this. What have you lost? Lin Yuan pointed at Li Yong's face and said with disdain. Of course it's our mental loss. It doesn't matter if you are ugly, but it's wrong for you to come out and scare people. When I saw you, I thought I met a donkey-headed man. You tell me whether you should compensate us for our mental loss. I don't ask for much, just 1 million gold coins. Chapter 86. You are listening at novelfull.audio. You. After hearing Lin Yuan's words, Li Yong's blood rushed to his head and he almost had a cerebral hemorrhage. You are so sharp-tongued, you will cry one day. Li Yong snorted coldly, returned to his teammates, and told them that he must expose this matter in the professional forum. Let Lin Yuan become a rat crossing the street. Wang Ping saw the angry Li Yong, and then looked at the calm Lin Yuan, shook his head and sighed, young and vigorous, he doesn't listen to advice, it's okay to suffer a little loss, afterwards. Wang Ping discussed with another team that was just watching the show and planned to move on. Now that we are here, although there is no way to pass the level, we will just fight as far as we can. After the two teams decided to set off, Li Yong thought about it and joined them. The three teams ignored Lin Yuan and walked towards the hillside on the right. After they left, Lin Yuan looked around and looked at the surrounding environment again. They are currently on a platform with two roads in front of them. The road on the right has fewer monsters and is relatively safe. The road on the left leads to the underground, with complex terrain and relatively dense monsters. The destinations of the two are the same. In the end, they can all reach the front of boss number 1. Let's go left. Lin Yuan didn't want to see that annoying donkey face, so he chose the road on the left. After walking about 100 meters, they encountered a monster, wild boar man minions, LV 25. HP, 250,000. Attack power, 3,000. Violent strike, causes 150% damage, with a small chance of knocking the target unconscious. How to describe these wild boar men? They are pigs walking upright with sharp fangs next to their mouths. To describe them in one word, they are ferocious. Lin Yuan was about to take action when Zhang Fan said, "Don't do it yet. I promise to take you flying." With one skill from Lin Yuan, all the monsters here would be killed instantly. This copy is to prove one's strength, so Lin Yuan just needs to lie down. Hearing Zhang Fan stop him, Lin Yuan knew their plan and walked aside to watch the show. Afterwards, Zhang Fan took the initiative to attract a wave of monsters. There were a total of 5 monsters in this wave. In less than a minute, the 5 wild boar man minions turned into 5 corpses. Not bad. Lin Yuan praised them. The cooperation of these people was very good. Zhang Fan took turns to use control skills to contain the monsters. Su Shan and Zhong Juanru were outputting as much as they could, and Wang Shui was releasing buff spells to keep Zhang Fan in a state of reducing damage. None of the damage from the monsters on Zhang Fan exceeded 100 points. The other 3 teams combined were not as good as these people. That was natural. The other 3 teams were all ordinary professionals. The most talented was only sea level, which was a little higher than Zhang Fan and his team. The rest were not a little bit worse in terms of equipment, awareness, or talent. Through the wave of monsters just now, several people had a little confidence in their own strength. They were more daring to attract monsters. At most, there were even more than 50 monsters. Zhang Fan relied on super strong damage reduction and blood recovery to eat these monsters very easily. During this period, Lin Yuan did not move his hands once, and was just a spectator. I have to say that this feeling is very good, and there is a feeling of being a boss. 15 minutes later, several people came to the bottom of a cliff. Boss number 1 was on the cliff. If you want to go up, you must climb up from the bottom of the cliff. Are we going to climb up? Zhang Fan and his companions were a little stunned as they looked at the 100-meter high cliff. It would take a lot of effort to climb up, not to mention the delay. If you are not careful halfway through climbing, it will be uncomfortable to fall down. Lin Yuan was also looking up at the top of the cliff. He had demon wings. Zhang Fan also had elf wings, but the other 3 did not. But don't forget that I just learned an S-level Earth skill yesterday, Spear of the Earth. Suddenly, his heart moved. Got it. That I am a man who can fly with a sword. When everyone was racking their brains, Lin Yuan summoned 5 spears of the earth. Come and stand on it. At this moment, Lin Yuan stepped on the spear of the earth, floating in the air. With one hand behind his back, he looked like a swordsman in the fairy world. Oh my god! What the hell is this? Zhang Fan turned around and almost popped his eyes out. Aren't you a mage? How can you fly with a sword? Zhang Fan asked what everyone was thinking. Lin Yuan smiled when he heard this. It's just a skill. Come up quickly, I'll take you up. Seeing Lin Yuan casually say that this is just a skill, everyone was speechless. This beep is you pretending again. Then, the others also experienced what it means to fly with a sword. Don't say it, it's really exciting, so cool. When these people came down from the spear of the earth, they were a little reluctant. It seems that no matter whether men or women, they are not immune to vulgarity. When they came to the top of the cliff, Lin Yuan saw a 4-meter-tall wild boar man wandering in the same place 100 meters away. Carla, Elite, LV27. HP, 950000. Attack power, 30,000. Brutal strike. Causes 200% damage to the target, reduces the target's defense by 20%, wild boar charge, randomly selects a target to charge, stuns the target and causes 12,000 damage. This is the first boss. Lin Yuan also found that this boss has 2 younger brothers around him, which is very stylish. Borman Priest, LV26. HP, 320,000. Mana, 20,000. Attack power, 15,000. Healing, consumes 500 mana points, restores 30,000 HP to the target. Casting time 2 seconds. This boss is quite interesting. It carries 2 blood replenishing people with it. Is it so afraid of death? Not long after Lin Yuan and his companions came to the top of the cliff, Li Yong and Wang Ping were still fighting the last wave of monsters before the boss. After the battle, these people did not challenge the boss immediately, but rested for a while to restore their HP and mana. During the rest, Li Yong took the initiative to talk to the others. There are 2 priests who heal the boss. We only have 15 people this time. The output is not enough. We can't attack the boss directly. I will pull the boss aside in a while. Thief, you control one priest, and the others focus on the other one. After you kill the priest, come over to kill the boss. The healer must pay attention to my health. This boss's skills can reduce my defense. There was nothing wrong with the tactics proposed by Li Yong. No one objected, so after a good rest, the 3 teams headed towards the boss, but when they reached the top of the cliff, the 3 teams were dumbfounded. Where was the boss? They searched around and finally found the body of the boss in a corner. The bodies of the 2 boar priests were also there. It seemed that they were killed together with the boss. Who killed the boss? These people were confused. Could it be that there was another team of professionals besides them? Could it be them who did it? Chapter 87. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Could it be those new recruits who just turned 1 did it? A priest muttered quietly. Impossible. Li Yong was the first to object. Our 3 teams came here from the intersection, and we didn't see any other people along the way, so how could it be them? One of the thieves thought for a moment and said. Is there a possibility that they chose another path and came here first to kill the boss? That the others thought it made sense, but when they thought about the difficulty, they were a little uncertain. The end of the other road is the bottom of the cliff. It takes at least 10 minutes to climb here from the bottom of the cliff. Besides, there are so many monsters on the other road. How could they come from that road? Li Yong still didn't believe it, but the fact in front of him was that the boss was killed. The equipment was also picked up, but who did it? These people had no idea. These people looked at each other and decided to move forward. They wanted to see who killed the boss first. Ah, Yuan, I told you that you were the mastermind, but you still didn't believe me. Just now, after Zhang Fan and his team killed the boss, Lin Yuan took the initiative to ask to touch the corpse, wanting to challenge himself. Then he took out 2 bronze equipment from the boss: priest gauntlets, cloth armor, bronze, LV 20. Attributes, armor plus 120, intelligence plus 30, stamina plus 30. Wild boar power sword, one-handed sword, bronze, LV 20. Attributes, attack plus 300, agility plus 20, strength plus 20. Wild boar power, strength plus 50. When Lin Yuan took out these two pieces of equipment, his confident smile suddenly froze. He was not in a good mood all the way. He kept asking himself in his heart, am I really the mastermind? After this experiment, Lin Yuan doubted his life again. Damn, it's really infuriating. Continuing forward, everyone saw a wild boar camp. From here on, the monsters changed their appearance. Wild boar man thug, LV 27. HP, 400000. Attack power, 12,000. Meteor hammer smash. Swing the meteor hammer in your hand to strike the target within 3 meters, causing 180% attack damage. Thugs are different from minions. They have started to get dressed. The wild boar man thug wore a brown leather jacket. His body was not entirely fat, and traces of muscle could be seen faintly. These monsters were still left to Zhang Fan and his team to deal with. It took more than 10 minutes for several people to clear all the monsters in the camp. Then they walked forward and walked into a dark cave. After entering the cave, Zhang Fan shouted in a loud voice, "It's too dark, let's use something to illuminate it." After hearing Zhang Fan's words, Wang Shui was ready to cast the light spell, but Zhang Fan's shout caused trouble. Dense red dots began to appear in front of the eyes of several people, and then these red dots began to fly towards Lin Yuan and his group. It was not until Wang Shui cast the light spell that these people realized that these red dots were actually monsters, cave bats. LV 26. HP, 100000. Attack power, 800. The bats have very little HP, but there are a lot of them. There are nearly 1,000 of them. Lin Yuan felt a little annoyed and released a war gale, -350000-350000 for one skill. The dense damage numbers flashed before my eyes instantly. It was dazzling to watch. Kill the cave bat. Increase experience by 80x968 gives very little experience. Lin Yuan is a little disgusted. After killing the bat, the group continued to move forward. Zhang Fan wanted to practice skinning, but gave up after thinking about it. There is nothing valuable on the bat, so it is better to touch the 2 boss corpses with that time. Just now, after Lin Yuan touched the BOSS corpse, Zhang Fan made a bet with Lin Yuan, betting on whether he could touch the gold equipment from the next boss. The loser cannot touch the corpse in the future. Lin Yuan agreed. While chatting and laughing, the group came to the second boss. Asaros, Elite, LV 28. HP, 110000. Attack power, 40,000. Rage. After HP drops to 50%, attack speed increases by 100%. Blood boiling, silences a target, reducing its HP by 500 points per second for 10 seconds. The second boss did not have minions like the first one, but its HP was much higher than the first one. Asaros was holding a huge mace in his hand, patrolling back and forth in front of a stone door. In order to save time, Lin Yuan used an absolute zero directly on the boss, and the boss was frozen into an ice sculpture, -1800000. In just 1 second, the boss's health bar was emptied and it fell to the ground. Look at me. Zhang Fan came to the boss's body, rubbed his hands, and then blew a breath on his hands. When he touched them, he smiled happily. Bloodstained mace, gold, LV 25. Attributes, attack power plus 1200, strength plus 100, stamina plus 100. Tier, there is a chance of causing bleeding when attacking the enemy, reducing health by 50 points per second for 15 seconds, and can be stacked up to 10 times. Boiling blood belt, gold, LV 20. Attributes, HP plus 500, strength plus 30, stamina plus 50. Boiling blood, silence a target, making it unable to cast spells within 3 seconds. The attributes of the 2 pieces of equipment were posted, and Lin Yuan seemed to be affected by the boiling blood effect and was silent. Damn, that the highest level of equipment that can be dropped from the difficult peaceful abyss is gold. Zhang Fan actually found 2 gold equipment from a boss. In contrast, he only found 2 bronze ones. It was clear who was behind it. The bet was lost, which meant that Lin Yuan could no longer touch corpses. He was very sad. Seeing Lin Yuan's low mood, Zhang Fan came over to comfort him. It doesn't matter if you can't touch corpses anymore. You can't find any good equipment anyway. Hearing this, Lin Yuan's heart felt like it was stabbed. Fuck. After solving the second boss, several people twisted the mechanism beside them, and the stone door behind them opened with a bang. After walking in, Lin Yuan felt that this place was out of tune with the cave outside. If the cave outside was a primitive society, then this place was already a modern society. The walls around were painted with various colors, there were some stone utensils placed around, the wild boars inside were wearing clean clothes, like the nobles among the wild boars. Wild boar deacon, LV 29. HP. For 50000. Mana, 10,000. Attack, 15,000. Unity. When there are wild boars around, attack and defense are increased by 10%. What are these wild boars doing? They are minions, thugs, and now there is a group of deacons. Are they developing a club? I am the enemy of evil. Just when Zhang Fan and his friends were clearing monsters, the other three teams just passed by the wild boar camp and were about to enter the dark cave. Don't go in yet. Wang Ping stopped the others. Although the monsters in the boar camp were all killed, Wang Ping was not sure whether the bats in the cave were killed. It was better to be cautious. Wang Ping took a torch and walked carefully to the entrance of the cave. He threw the torch into the cave, and what appeared in front of Wang Ping was a ground full of bat corpses. Chapter 88. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Even though Wang Ping was mentally prepared, he was still shocked. His teammates were also shocked when they saw his expression. Hiss. Damn, there are so many dead bats, there must be thousands of them. When they passed by here during normal difficulty, they did not choose to fight with the bats. Not only did they get less experience points, but they were also easily attacked by a group. Many teams were wiped out because they woke up too many bats. Therefore, most teams who come here will choose to pass through here quickly before the bats wake up. These bats will only stay in the cave and will not fly out of the cave. Li Yong heard the exclamations of these people, walked over quickly, and fell silent after seeing the dead bats in the cave. Who is it? Is it really those newcomers? Impossible, they are all rookies who have just turned 1, how can they kill all these bats? Even we can't do it. Li Yong and his people are ordinary professionals with a very low vision. What they think is impossible, some people think is easy. This is the last boss. 0.50 meters away from Lin Yuan, there was a boar man wearing a blue robe and holding a staff. The boar man was not strong and looked very thin, his eyes were brown, giving people a sickly feeling. Demon Warlock Radis, Elite, LV 30. HP, 130000. Mana, 200000. Attack power, 80,000. Fell armor, armor plus 5,000. Magic resistance plus 3,000. Shadow bolt, cast a shadow bolt, causing 8,000 shadow damage. Life siphon, release a siphon light, absorbing 1,200 health points of the target per second and healing yourself. Summon Demon Guard, summon a demon guard of the same level as yourself, with a very small chance of summoning a demon elite. It turns out that their boss has joined the devil. No wonder the wild boars are like gangsters, they deserve to be killed. Let us take care of this boss. You take a rest nearby. Zhang Fan and his men took out their weapons and planned to deal with the boss by themselves. They wanted to use this method to reassure Lin Yuan, tell Lin Yuan that you don't have to worry about us, and our combat effectiveness is not weak. Lin Yuan understood what they wanted to express. In fact, Zhang Fan and his men have proved themselves along the way, so Lin Yuan found a comfortable position and began to watch the battle. Seeing this, Zhang Fan charged at the boss without hesitation and blew the battle horn. The boss has 1.3 million HP, and its armor and magic resistance are very high, but the damage of several of them is not low either. For every 10 attacks by Zhong Juanru, 5 are critical hits, and the critical hit rate is frighteningly high. Not to mention Su Shan, his talent needs a certain amount of time to take effect. After 30 seconds, Su Shan exuded blood all over his body, which was a full stack of talent. The attack power can carry a lot of damage and blood sucking. The most stable one is Zhang Fan. Every attack of the boss will be blocked by Zhang Fan using the shield just right. The damage does not exceed 1,000 every time the boss released a shadow arrow. Zhang Fan handled it very skillfully. First, he used the silence that came with the boiling blood belt to interrupt the boss's spell. When the boiling blood belt was cooling down, Zhang Fan would use the shield to reflect the shadow arrow back to the boss. The boss's health was steadily decreasing, and in less than 5 minutes. It had dropped to half. At this time, Lin Yuan heard a voice not far away. Who killed the monsters along the way? It's so strange. Yes, even cave bats were not spared, so amazing. Are you sure it was done by those young people who just got promoted to level 1? The person who spoke was Wang Ping's teammate. They chatted without avoiding other people, so everyone could hear it. It couldn't be them. The bats in the cave were obviously killed instantly. At this stage, how could a professional kill so many bats instantly? Something must have happened in this abyss. Li Yong said his inference, but his words were a bit far-fetched. There was no such thing in the peaceful abyss. It has been many years since such a thing happened, and we still encounter it. Li Yong said this just because he was worried about being retaliated by the group of young people. Think about it, 0.5 professionals who just turned 1 killed through the difficult level barren swamp. Such people are not something Li Yong can afford to offend. While talking, the members of the other 3 teams came to the final boss. Look, it's really them. The health of the boss is almost 1/3. Wang Ping's teammates shouted excitedly. Others couldn't believe it when they saw this scene. They really killed the monsters and boss in the abyss. Wang Ping looked at Zhang Fan and his companions with ease, and sighed in his heart. He thought these young people were ignorant, but it turned out that I was the clown. I was indeed too ambitious at the beginning, but these young people in front of me are really capable. Wang Ping suddenly felt relieved. Fortunately, I didn't say anything excessive, so I shouldn't offend them. Thinking of this, Wang Ping looked at Li Yong with some sympathy. At this moment, Li Yong's eyes were a little dull. And unbelievable, it's really them. It turns out that the ridiculous person is me. Li Yong was a little lost. After a while, an assassin in the team suddenly leaned over to Li Yong's ear and said a few words, and then Li Yong's eyes gradually brightened. Damn it. Let's do it. Then, Li Yong whispered something in his teammate's ear. When the boss has only a little health left, we will go over and grab the boss. These people can become Li Yong's teammates. Obviously their character is not very good. After hearing Li Yong's proposal, they all thought it was very good. The abyss belongs to everyone, not just you. Why does your team occupy all the bosses? In the peaceful abyss, the last professional who kills the boss can get the priority to choose a piece of loot. After seeing the boss's health drop to 10%, these people walked towards the boss. This action did not hide from Lin Yuan, but he did not stop it at all. This is the peaceful abyss. Lin Yuan had no way to stop them. Obviously, these people would not listen if he just talked, but Lin Yuan was not worried at all that they would snatch the last blow of the boss, because the boss still had a skill that had not been released. Maybe these people were going to be cannon fodder. After the boss's health dropped to 10%, it was in a short invincible state and released the last skill to summon the demon guard. The guiding time of this skill is very long, a full 8 seconds of chanting. After 8 seconds, a dark purple portal appeared next to the boss, and a 6-meter-tall demon guard walked out of the portal. Demon guard Harlatzi, Elite, LV 30. HP, 180000. Attack power, 150000. Whirlwind, swing your weapon to deal 150% of your attack damage to enemies within 5 meters. Demon charge, charge at a target within 50 meters, stunning the target and dealing 5,000 damage. Demon skin, reduces spell damage received by 20%. After the demon guard was summoned, the other 3 team members were dumbfounded. What the hell is this? Didn't the boss summon ordinary demon guards before? Why did he summon an elite monster this time? The attributes of the previous demon guard were like this. Demon guard, LV 30. HP, 200000. Attack power, 18,000. Whirlwind slash, swing your weapon to deal 120% of your attack damage to enemies within 3 meters. Demon charge, charge a target within 20 meters, stun the target and deal 1200 damage. The attributes of this elite demon guard summoned today are 10 times higher than those of ordinary demon guards. Even the final boss may not be able to defeat this elite demon guard. Chapter 89. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Li Yong, who was running towards the boss, saw that the one being summoned was an elite demon guard, and his face suddenly changed. He immediately stopped and shouted forward. Run, stay away from the boss. Li Yong was shouting to his assassin teammate. The assassin had sneaked to the boss, less than 5 meters away. The moment the demon guard was summoned, it launched a demon charge towards Zhang Fan, who had the highest hatred value against the boss. 2800. Zhang Fan's talent has a built-in damage reduction. The demon charge only caused 2800 damage, but Zhang Fan was stunned. The demon guard raised the axe in his hand and prepared to release the whirlwind. With a swish, the demon guard swung the weapon in his hand and attacked the target within a 5-meter range. 9000, 63,000. The first damage came from Zhang Fan. Zhang Fan's equipment was not bad, and Wang Shui gave him a shield and treatment in time. His health was always safe. The second damage came from Li Yong's assassin teammate. Although he heard Li Yong's call, he was one step slower than the demon guard. Before he could act, he was killed by a whirlwind slash from the demon guard. Damn it, Li Yong's face was not so good. Before they could grab the boss, the assassin with the highest attack in the team was killed instantly. Li Yong's heart sank. He was in an awkward situation. If he went forward, he could not get around the elite demon guard. If he turned around and left, Li Yong looked at Lin Yuan. At this moment, Lin Yuan was looking at them with interest. Although he did not speak, Li Yong could still feel that it was a silent mockery. Trash. How dare you come to grab the boss? Li Yong's head instantly heated up, and his eyes were red. Ignore the demon guard and kill the boss directly. Li Yong's plan seemed to be to kill the boss, because at this time, Zhang Fan and the others were all attracted by the demon guard. There was really no one around the boss. So Li Yong and the others quickly ran towards the boss. With a charge, Li Yong approached the boss and tried to grab the aggro, but his damage was seriously insufficient and he couldn't grab the aggro at all. The shield warrior's anger value increases very slowly if he doesn't get hit, so Li Yong caused very little damage. Fortunately, there were 2 hunters in the team. The 2 hunters kept shooting from a distance. After a while, the boss's health had dropped to 5%. Just a little harder, and the boss will be dead soon. Li Yong didn't expect things to go so smoothly, and a look of joy appeared on his face, asking his teammates to increase their output, but the next second, the smile on Li Yong's face froze, because the demon guard actually gave up attacking Zhang Fan, and turned around to launch a demon charge at a hunter in the team. The hunter with 4,500 points was the one who caused the most damage to the boss just now. The more joyful the fight was just now, the more uncomfortable it is now. After the hunter was knocked unconscious, the demon guard raised the sharp axe in his hand high again. No, not seeing this scene, Li Yong roared and tried to stop it, but the next second, the demon guard's whirlwind slash fell. 98,000, 87,000, 79,000.2 hunters and a priest were all killed instantly by the demon guards. Li Yong turned to look at Zhang Fan and the others, and found that they were standing still. He immediately understood that they did this on purpose. They deliberately gave him hope, and then extinguished it themselves. How cruel. Li Yong was filled with resentment. Just wait for me. Before Li Yong could finish his words, the demon guard had already come to him and attacked him twice, and Li Yong fell to the ground. You idiot, you still want to steal my boss. Zhang Fan saw Li Yong's team was wiped out. Pooh sounded, and said disdainfully. I have been prepared for this move of yours. Do you really think that peaceful abyss can do nothing to you? Although I can't do it myself, I can kill someone with someone else's knife. The elite demon guard is a tool in Zhang Fan's hands. He deliberately ignored the boss, making Li Yong's team think that there is an opportunity. Using the hatred mechanism, the demon guard successfully wiped out Li Yong's team. The 2 teams outside the field saw this scene, and their hearts were pounding. Fortunately, they resisted and didn't do it. If they had done it, the end would probably not be much better. Although being killed here will not really kill you, but the pain of death still needs to be experienced once, and after death, it is impossible to enter the abyss again within 12 hours, unless there is really no other way. No professional wants to be killed. After no one made trouble, Zhang Fan and his men killed the boss in less than 30 seconds. 5 minutes later, the elite demon guard also fell to the ground. Kill the demon. Warlock Rodus, experience points increased by 30,000. After killing the boss, Zhang Fan walked over to touch the corpse. Blade of Pain, Gold, LV25. Attributes, Attack Power plus 900, strength plus 35, agility plus 35, pain strike. When attacking, there is a chance to cause another attack damage to the target. The Wild Boar Defense Hammer, gold, LV 25. Attributes. Attack plus 500, parry plus 5, dodge plus 5, strength plus 20, stamina plus 50. Thick armor, armor increased by 10%. The boss dropped 2 weapons, one is the assassin's top-grade one-handed sword, and the other is the defensive one-handed hammer that Li Yong has always dreamed of. If Li Yong saw this, he would probably be furious. When Zhang Fan picked up the 2 pieces of equipment, Wang Ping and the others were also very envious, but they knew that these 2 pieces of equipment did not belong to them, so they could only look at them with envy. Alas, there is something there too. Lin Yuan could see clearly from the side that the demon guard also had some light coming out of his body and something exploded. Zhang Fan walked over and picked up a fist-sized stone. Demon Essence, gold, function, can be used to cast spells and upgrade specific equipment. When Lin Yuan saw this demon essence, his eyes moved. This thing seemed to be what Alunath needed. Lin Yuan took the demon essence in his hand and took out Alunath. In an instant, the demon essence disappeared without a trace. The progress bar behind Alunath showed a slight increase, less than 0.01. Shit, the gold-level demon essence has only increased so much. Lin Yuan felt that he had a long way to go to restore Alunath's former glory. As if sensing Lin Yuan's shock, Alunath slightly glowed and told Lin Yuan that it didn't have to be gold-level demon essence, silver and bronze would also be fine, it just required a larger amount. When Lin Yuan heard this, it seemed that he had to find more demon monsters to kill in the future, otherwise Alunath might not be able to be fed. Zhang Fan saw that Lin Yuan was holding an ancient broken staff in his hand, and asked curiously, "Ah Yuan, your previous weapons were good, why are you holding such a broken staff?" Alens, who was held in Lin Yuan's hand, was immediately unhappy when he heard Zhang Fan call him a broken staff. The broken staff flickered, as if telling Zhang Fan that I am not a broken staff, I am Alens, the soul of the element. Hey, why is your staff glowing? That's interesting. Zhang Fan was amazed when he saw the staff glowing in Lin Yuan's hand. Chapter 90. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After eating a demon essence, Alens seemed to have changed and began to actively communicate with Lin Yuan. He could still express his emotions, but it was a bit childish. Lin Yuan could feel the grievance on the staff, as if a child was expressing his dissatisfaction with his old father, which made Lin Yuan laugh. Don't underestimate this staff. Lin Yuan showed the properties of the staff. This staff had once single-handedly repelled the demon army of the lazy demon Belia, but it was later shattered by the demigod and became what it is now. When Lin Yuan spoke, his eyes were fixed on the staff in his hand. He could see that there were dense cracks on the staff. It was just a little bit away from being completely shattered. Zhang Fan's eyes widened immediately when he heard it. Damn, a one-on-one fight with the devil. Is he so awesome? That when the others heard Lin Yuan say this, they were also shocked. What? We just left the novice village, how come you already got the artifact? Seeing the reaction of Zhang Fan and others, Alens seemed very proud. He restrained his light, as if to say, "You ignorant mortals, now you know how powerful Uncle Alens is." Feeling that Alens's mood had improved, Lin Yuan put away his staff. At this time, the abyss portal had appeared beside everyone. Wang Ping and the others did not dare to move, and looked at Lin Yuan and others with slightly complicated eyes. It took less than 40 minutes for a team to get through the difficult level of the barren swamp. It's terrible. In fact, what Wang Ping didn't know was that they spent 40 minutes because Lin Yuan didn't take action most of the time. If Lin Yuan took action directly, it would take as long as it took him to walk from the door to the final boss. Focus on efficiency. Let's go. After this trip to the barren swamp, Lin Yuan gained more than 100,000 experience points, but now it takes more than 1.5 million experience points to level up, not even 1/10 of it. Lin Yuan was very dissatisfied with this upgrade speed. The other people in the team obviously thought so too. After coming out of the abyss, Zhang Fan took the initiative to suggest. Ah Yuan, if you had taken action against the abyss just now, it would probably not take even 10 minutes. Lin Yuan nodded and acquiesced. with Lin Yuan's strength, ordinary abysses could no longer satisfy him, but Zhang Fan and the others couldn't. Like the gluttonous demon god they met before, Zhang Fan and the others died under the effect of the plague field before they could get close to the demon god. When Lin Yuan was alone, he could escape far away if he couldn't win. He could move forward and backward freely. If he took Zhang Fan and the others with him, he would have to pay attention to their safety. Zhang Fan and the others were prepared for the separation from Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan is not a loach in the pond, but a real dragon soaring in the sky. The reason why we brushed the peaceful abyss first today was to show Lin Yuan, although our strength is not as good as yours, it is not comparable to that of ordinary professionals. Zhang Fan stretched out his hand and punched Lin Yuan's chest, and then hugged him again. I've always kept a place in the team for you. Don't forget us when you become a big shot in the future. When the other members of the team heard Zhang Fan say this, they all smiled. Great Master Lin Yuan, keep up the good work. Wang Shui raised her little fist and waved it at Lin Yuan. Zhong Juanru pursed her lips and said, You are very strong, but I will not stand still. Sooner or later, I will catch up with you. Su Shan scratched his head, chuckled, and said nothing. Lin Yuan suddenly felt a little sad, but he didn't know why. Maybe this is the price of growing up. When a person has fewer and fewer friends around him, does he become stronger? Lin Yuan didn't know, but he was sure of one thing, that is, he would become very strong in the future. The kind that can protect everyone. Before leaving, Zhang Fan mysteriously took out a bag and stuffed it into Lin Yuan's hand. Tell me when you're done eating, it's all you can eat. After Zhang Fan left, Lin Yuan opened the bag and took a look. Wow! A full 100 skewers of grilled kidneys. Are you going to kill me? Putting away the bag, Lin Yuan walked towards the abyss of the mission area. The mission-type abyss is only chosen by those professionals who are brave, adventurous by nature and confident in their own strength. Everything here is full of uncertainty. It is possible to appear in a very pitfall environment, such as the caveman mine in the underground world. There was once a level 30 professional who was teleported to the caveman mine. It was dark inside, and the professional dug for 30 days. Before completing the main task and successfully teleporting back, after the professional came back, he hated earthworms from then on. Kill one when you see one, and people gave him the nickname of Earthworm Killer. Of course, there are also lucky people who accidentally discovered hidden tasks while doing tasks and successfully changed their jobs to hidden professions. The unknown is the most attractive part of the mission copy for professionals. Lin Yuan has an adventurous spirit in his bones, and likes to challenge the unknown. After choosing, Lin Yuan walked into the portal and entered the abyss. You have arrived at the beast forest. After the teleportation was over, Lin Yuan appeared in a dense jungle. Opening the task panel, Lin Yuan saw his main task, find the hunting camp. According to the location shown on the map, the destination is 2 kilometers away from Lin Yuan, so Lin Yuan summoned the Spear of the Earth and flew towards the destination. Along the way, Lin Yuan saw many beasts in the jungle. When these beasts saw Lin Yuan in the air, they could only stare at him helplessly and roar helplessly on the ground. When approaching the camp, Lin Yuan suddenly heard a gunshot. Bang! A bullet hit Lin Yuan, causing a huge amount of damage. 9000000. This bullet not only has extremely high damage, but also has a knockback effect, directly knocking Lin Yuan down from his flying state. Fortunately, Lin Yuan was not far from the ground at this time, otherwise he would have fallen badly. Who is it? Lin Yuan stood up, with a look of alertness. When he first entered the abyss, Lin Yuan had already released an energy shield. It was able to block the first skill that the enemy shot at him, but his energy shield did not react to the opponent's shot. What does this mean? It means that the opponent's shot was a normal attack. A normal attack caused 9 million damage to himself. If he used a skill, wouldn't he be turned into ash? The man who fired the shot just now found that he didn't kill Lin Yuan in one shot, and couldn't help but exclaimed, Huh? He was able to take my bullet without dying. Could he be the legendary demon kid? Lin Yuan was stunned when he saw the person coming, because the person who came over was not a human, but a dwarf. The dwarf was about 1.3 meters tall, and his explosive muscles contained enough power to destroy the world. When the dwarf approached, Lin Yuan felt that he couldn't breathe smoothly. Ace Hunter Gwari, Legend, LV. HP. Mana. Attack. Skills.